getting the reaction of the guys here from the gym. Fights Friday night. Just the high points, low points. Anything that stood out to you guys in particular?
There wasn't no high points, so low point. Only low point there was, there's a bunch of high points. Only low point there was the last minute of the Mickey Bay fight. Yeah. But other than that,
everybody shined.
Everybody else, Badou died. We didn't want to fight him, so Badou had to walk him down, jabbed the hell out of him. Hot boy Ronald stopped this boy. Sabini, amazing, no contest.
Is that the way you want a first fight, or do you want to get a little work in?
Yeah, because you need to build a confidence. You got to take a fighter a certain way. You don't want to throw him into the dogs out the gate. Even though Andrew could fight and they put him in there with more stiff competition, he would still win. But it's just the fact you got to build the confidence and bring him up.
No, but here's the thing we forget. He comes from MMA background.
Right.
Once you fight someone that good, say you start off right here, you fight a guy right here. Once you beat that guy right here, you can't go lower than that. So they build him up, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually, the next fight, he'll fight a guy with a winning record that's more durable, you know what I'm saying? Then he'll fight a guy that fought for a belt eventually. They'll fight a guy that's a contender. They'll fight another undefeated guy just like himself. You gotta build these guys, because if you move too fast, you get Panchito Bajado.
Explain the final moments of that fight and your thoughts on that.
He got hit, he tried to fight back, and it was hurt.
He got really confident, he was really smoking, he was hurting the guy. And he just got relaxed for that one split second, and that hook caught him right behind the glove. He's sitting there, caught him real short, and then Mickey had his hands up, but he was so relaxed he didn't bring it all the way and catch it tight. His hand was right here. He didn't catch it tight because he wasn't still sharp. He just more relaxed.
He was a
threat.
Mickey Bay, I say he won the fight. He could have knocked him out in the third round if he wanted to, but he was trying to go a distance with a person that all his knockouts went to distance, and he knocked the person out at the end. So Mickey Bay could have won that easily if the last round, if he would have boxed and moved around the whole fight instead of I'm gonna knock him out and go to him, which he should have been doing that, did that. He could knock the dude out third round, but now he went to distance. He was tired. The dude got caught. He got caught with an unknown shot.
How do you think you handle that? The fight, you dominated, and then
if I dominated and I know I dominated, I'm probably gonna run around the ring and use my jabs, or if I get hit with a shot, just like Mickey Bay did, and it stung me, I probably took a knee and get that 8 count to get my mind back focused,
And then what about the, amateur, another fellow amateur standout is no longer amateur. Andrew had somewhere under a minute knockout. What do you think about him?
Andrew, man, that boy is nice. I spar with Andrew, and I can tell you he got skills. He gonna become a world champion one day, you know what I mean? And no doubt about it. His fight, it was an easy fight to him. Like the first round, he slipped his jab, came back with right hand. I knew that if Andrew landed that right hand, it would be over with, and he did, and it did. It happened when he slipped that jab. Andrew came with overhand right, caught him, and it stung the guy, and he quit it. Automatic quit.
Is that the way you hope your career starts? Something exactly like that?
I tell you the truth, I think so.
Everyone looked good. They did their job. Mickey Bay had the fight won. It happens. I caught in the last round. I just don't think he could recover from it.
Any particular standout that you saw that makes you think they have a real promising future? I mean, obviously they're all doing well, but anyone particular stands out?
Yeah, Ronald. Ronald stands out really. He's a really good fighter. So. Reminds me of a straight-up Mexican fighter that comes forward, hands up, straight up, throws great body shots. He's going to be one to beat.
And just thoughts on Mickey's fight?
He's been off a while. I think it was the wrong fight for him to take. It's a tough fight, even though he was winning it. It's boxing. The puncher's always got his puncher's chance, and that's what happened last round.
Main event, had the fight in the bag, but got too brave, and it cost him the fight.
Obviously your brother trains Mickey. Do you think that the strategy to go in the final round was wrong, or what would you have done differently if you were advising him?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily know if the strategy was wrong. I mean, I just know that, the most important thing was that Floyd said keep your hands up, and that was the problem. And I mean, and not only that, he didn't make no adjustments in the fight. I mean, he was getting hit with the overhand right from round 1 to the final round, final round of the fight. So, I mean, that's not anybody's fault but the fighter.
What about the younger guys? Anyone that really surprised you with how well they performed?
No. I mean, they're supposed to win. That's what they're supposed to do. So,
what do you think?
They're supposed to do. It's nothing special.
What do you think, Andrew?
I mean, I'm not gonna judge Andrew on that fight because I mean that dude was a complete bum. That dude did not come to fight, and Andrew did what he was supposed to do.
Were you surprised that Badou did so well against someone that's supposed to give him a pretty stiff test?
Well, I mean, not really. That fight was extremely boring, to be honest. No, I'm just keeping it real. I mean, the fight was extremely boring, and I think that Badou. I mean, he tried, but at the end of the day, you can't make anyone fight you. I think after the guy felt his power a little bit, I think the guy went into survival mode.
I think Badou did a great job. He kept the pace with the guy, took it to him. They was expecting the guy to be better, but Badou exposed him. He kept putting it to him. He came out with the winning result. And Mickey Bay, he was winning every round. I feel he just got careless in the last minute of the last round, 10th round. That's about it. He just got caught. The guy got lucky, but hey, that's part of boxing, Keep your hands up at all times, stay defensive at all times.
Now, Badou took a pretty big step up in class. The guy was 21-1. Were you surprised how easy it was for him?
Man, I mean, I believe he worked hard, he dedicated himself. He had some good sparring partners at the gym. He was focused, he listened to his corner, he obeyed his training captain, and he went out there and did what he's supposed to do.
Now you haven't lost yet in your career, but do you think a loss like Mickey suffered where you dominated the entire fight to lose right at the end, is that harder to deal with than a fight where maybe you just got outclassed from the beginning?
The guy kept putting a lot of pressure. Every round, it was like he wouldn't get tired. And with a guy like that keep pressing you, I mean, it is kind of hard to box and keep moving. Mickey got a little tired in the last round, but he should have stuck with his jab. And when he got hurt, I felt he should have took a knee. But hey, it's all learning. A part of boxing, You got to come back from your mistakes, man.
All right, down for you.
Mr. Bay lost a very close fight. I mean, he fought hard. He gave it his all. I think it's due for a rematch. But it was very tough, explosive, tough fight that didn't go our way in the last few seconds. We all can say he should have did this, he should have did that, but it happens. It's boxing. He did what he thought he had to do. He was winning the fight. Had caught with a good shot. So hopefully the TMC can force a rematch, and everybody would like to see that again. I know I would.
And what about the other guys? I mean, everybody else did well. Any particular stand out to you?
Chris Pearson really stood out to me. He looked explosive. His hand speed, his power, he looked tremendous. Badou looked good. He looked a little rusty late, but he came back and won. Clearly won the fight. Did what he had to do. Everybody had to. Cuba looked good. He had a real tough one. Floyd's matching with some good opponents, some good skill opponents, even fights, and he's doing good. He's got to get a little bit more in the gym and stay sharp and stay ready for the next one, because the next one may be better than the last guy he fought.
Now, you said you thought he was a little bit rusty, but were you surprised that Ferreras was supposed to be a pretty big step up in class? Were you surprised that he held him relatively easily?
He held him good. It was a good fight. Very good fight. Very explosive fight. I liked it. People like to see that fight again. It was a good fight.
Andrew Tabiti, see that fight?
Oh yeah, Tabiti looked tremendous. That's who really stood out. Tabiti and Chris Pearson stood out the most to me. Tabiti threw a right hand. They ended the night. I liked him step up his opponent because that was the first fight, but he looked very good. I liked him with someone with a little bit more skills. I think he has the skill set to be a cruiserweight champion.
Everybody from the team fought dynamic. Unfortunately, my big brother Mickey, he didn't come out on top, but overall he fought a great fight. Luis, he fought a good fight. Ronald Gabriel fought an excellent fight, in my opinion. Badou Jack went out there and handled Pharrell Ennis like a champ, man. We had a good night.
MVP of the night. Who put on the best performance?
I mean, knockout Ronald, best boxing, Badou Jack.
What about Andrew? His first fight, I guess you
You know
can't
what?
draw it
I
up better
forgot
than
about
that.
my dude. Shout out to Andrew Tabiti. You know what I'm saying? He got him out of there early, the way we expected him to. He had a great performance actually. Him and Ronald did a great job on ending their fight shortly, or not even shortly, just ending their fight correctly and well.
Yeah. Thoughts on Badou? A lot of people thought this would be a really tough test for him. A huge step up in class. He just didn't turn out that way. He just made it look easy.
I mean, he trained hard, so he trained hard to make things that are supposed to be hard look easy. And all work is easy work, so he went out there and did exactly what he needed to do. Got the W.
And then Mickey just thought the way would dominate the entire fight. How did mentally, how does the fighter deal with that? Is that
I don't know. I'm not in Mickey's shoes. I've never been in a predicament of such caliber. But he's a champ, so I don't expect nothing less but a great return. Has a minor setback for a major comeback. So, it's nothing but love for Mickey Bay for the great fight. Got caught up in the last moments, and I bet it won't happen again.
And your opponent pulled out?
Yeah, I had two opponents pull out, unfortunately, at the last minute. I mean, I just look at it, the guy has something in store.
Newman displayed great skills, and the money team is the team to look out for.
With Mickey, a loss like that, you haven't experienced a loss yet in your career, but is that the kind of thing that can really be frustrating and really set back a fighter, or do you think it'll bounce back to him okay?
I think it can go either way, because it can be frustrating whenever you have the fight handily in the bag. 9.5 rounds, you dominate. Even though it was a great fight, but it was mostly one-sided action. Even though dude was bringing all the pressure, but everyone knows that Mickey was winning the fight. As you see on the cards afterwards, but. He can take it like that and bounce back and I was winning easy, or he can take it as, some people be like, oh man, I take a loss. I don't know if I can bounce, but he's strong-minded, so I think he'll take it the good way and say he was winning the whole 9.5 rounds, and he'll bounce back even stronger and tougher.
On the positive note, the 5 wins, none of the fights were even really that competitive. Anyone really kind of surprised you? Because I know a couple of the fights people thought were going to be tough, so anyone really stand out for how well they did?
Oh yeah, Ronnie, he's a beast. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Graville or whatever. Yeah, because the guy that he fought was no slouch. He had beat Jeffrey Spencer, his last fight, who was a top-notch amateur, and then he beat a 7-1 guy before that, and then everyone he had fought was all good, and he was a pretty damn good fighter, and Ronnie destroyed him. So I look forward to seeing a lot more of Ronnie, and Badou looked impressive as always, and so I just think that Ronnie, in my mind, he's a beast, but everybody on the team's a beast, man. And we're all looking forward to World Championship bouts soon.
What about Tabiti? Could you start a career any better than that?
Oh, man, I don't even know. I don't know why I didn't talk about him. That dude, he's a nice guy. I thought he was a nice dude until
He's nice outside of the ring, right?
Yeah, he's a goddamn animal in the ring. That's the way you want to start your career, but Andrew scared me, man.
I actually was satisfied with everybody, from Ron Gavell, to Chris Pearson. He showed up. Badou stepped up. That was a little up and down fight for me, being as though Farrar was from Philly. And Badou, my stable mate here in the gym. So it actually was a good fight. I mean, I was surprised. I thought Farrar was actually going to do a lot more. But Badou did what he had to do, and he pulled the fight off. Mickey, he had an unfortunate circumstance where he got caught with a good shot. He dominated the whole fight. Lesson learned. I talked to Mickey. He's in good spirits. Like I said, he put on a hell of a performance. I was actually shocked by his performance. I mean, he took some shots, gave some shots. He was an overall better fighter, and I'm proud of him. So people might say what they want to say. Like I said, I think he did a hell of a job. So I'm looking forward to seeing him fight again on Showtime.
Do you think people aren't giving Molina enough credit? I mean, he was outclassed the entire fight, but he showed guts staying in there.
You always gotta get. First off, Molina was a champion. He was a champion before, so you gotta give him some credit. I mean, as though, for somebody to get their ass beat for 10 rounds, 9.5 rounds, and then still dug deep to catch Mickey with a good punch, you gotta give him some credit. So I do give John Molina some credit on that aspect of it. Like I said, we knew, when I say we, being as though I was Mickey's smart partner, we knew that he was a tough puncher, like he could punch a little bit. You can tell by his record. I think he only had 3 losses.
5-3, I think.
25-3, right? So we knew that he could punch. So it was no secret. Like I said, it was a lesson learned. Mickey learned from it, I'm sure. He's the closest thing that I know as a throwback fighter that I know personally.